Sa bawat pag-ikot ng oras ay siya ring pag-ikot ng mundo. Sinusukat nito ang bawat kabiguan o tagumpay ng tao. Pero marami pa rin ang tila hindi binibigyang pansin o halaga ang oras. Marami ang nasasayang na panahon at pagkakataon. Mga bagay na hindi na muling maibabalik pa. Sino nga ba sa atin ang binibigyan ng importansya ang usaping pinansyal o pananalapi kung saan nakasalalay ang ating kinabukasan? Maging mga pangarap ng ating pamilya, empleyado ka man o hindi, sa oras ng iyong pagreretiro, mangangailangan ka ng mga benepisyo mula sa ating pinagpaguran at pinaghandaan. Aasa tayo sa ating Social Security, pension, at malaking ipon. Kung hindi, para itong isang bangungot na ikakabahala natin. Ang kwento ni Melay at Sonia, salamin din ng pinagdadaanan ng maraming Pilipino. Simpleng may bahay si Melay, 48 years old, at 10 taon na sa pagkakarinderya. Mula noon, nagtabi siya ng 67 pesos kada araw. At makalipas ang 10 taon, nakapag-ipon si Aling Melay ng 420,740 pesos. Masipag, matipid at masinop si Melay. Inilaan ni Melay ang kanyang naipon sa tamang pag-i-invest, kumuha ng long-term care, life insurance at educational savings para sa kanyang 3 anak. At nahikayat din bumili ng shares sa stocks at mutual funds. Ang 2,000 pesos na kada buwan sa mutual funds ni Melay ay lalago ng 11 million pesos pagkalipas ng 35 years. Para daw ito sa kinabukasan ng kanyang pamilya. Nakabili na rin siya ng pampasadang tricycle para sa kanyang mister.
Nung nawalaan yung trabaho ng asawa ko, may kunting naipon man ako, kaya nagluluto na lang ako sa karinderya. Sa awa po ng Diyos, okay naman ang kita niya. May nag-alok po sa akin ng Kaiser para po maganda daw yun sa kinabukasan po namin. Natatakot po ako kasi baka masayang po ang pinagpaguran ko. Kaya po nag-imbes ako ng tama.
Nabibili naman ni Sonia ang lahat ng kanyang luho at lahat ng hilingin ng 3 anak, lalo na noong siya ay nasa ibang bansa pa. Dating caregiver sa Middle East, ang 50 anyos na si Sonia, isa siyang solong ina.
Binigay ko yung gusto ng mga anak ko. Kung anong bago, lahat meron sila. Hindi ko naisip mag-invest sa life insurance or healthcare kasi hindi naman pumasok sa isipan ko.
Kahit maraming gastos noon, nakakapagtabi si Sonia ng 70,000 pesos kada buwan o halos 840,000 pesos kada taon. Sa loob ng 5 taon, nakapag-save si Sonia ng 4.2 million pesos. Nagpagawa ng bahay at bumili ng magarang sasakyan. Pero hindi naisip ni Sonia ang mag-invest sa insurance, mutual funds at iba pang produkto na sisiguro sa kanilang future o kinabukasan.
Natatakot ako at hindi ako nakapag-invest sa life insurance at unti-unti nang nauubos ang mga naipon ko.
2 taon nang nasa Pilipinas si Sonia, pero hanggang ngayon wala pa siyang kontrata palabas ng bansa. Unti-unti na rin nauubos ang savings niya sa bangko. Sa mga ganitong sitwasyon, kailangan natin ng mga taong magtuturo ng paraan na makaahon at magkaroon ng bagong pagkakataon. Gagabay sa mga desisyon, lalo na sa usaping pinansyal. Mapagkakatiwalaan at may integridad. Ang International Marketing Group o IMG ay eksperto sa usaping ito. Isang independent company na may mga produktong tutulong sa bawat Pilipino na dumaranas sa hirap ng buhay. Pilipinong gustong makawala sa utang at maging financially secure.
In terms of investment and savings, the most important ally would be time. So in investment, savings, the most important thing is time. Because a lot of small money eventually become big. But no matter how big the money is, if you don't have the time, it will never grow. If you let
time pass by without saving money, then you will lose not only the money itself, but the future of what money can bring to you.
The longer the time you need, the less money you need to invest to reach your financial goals. But the shorter the time you have, then the more money you need to invest to reach your financial goals.
Nais ng IMG na ibahagi sa mga Pilipino ang mga estratehiya at mahahalagang hakbang para matutong makapag-ipon at iwanan ang pagwawaldas o pagsasayang ng oras sa mga pansamantala at panandaliang bagay. Tutulungan ka ng IMG na pagandahin ang takbo ng iyong pananalapi. Siguraduhing may sapat na proteksyon gaya ng pagkakaroon ng insurance, pagkakaroon ng emergency funds o savings na 3 buwan na income. I-manage ang mga utang at makakawala dito at magsimula na makapag-ipon ng pangmatagalan. Anong direksyon ang tatahakin mo? Magsasayang ka pa ba ng oras o panahon? Kailan ka kikilos? Palilipasin mo bang muli ang napakabilis na takbo ng oras? Nasa kamay mo ang desisyon. At posibleng ang tamang oras para makapagsimula ay oras na tumatakbo na ngayon.
Okay. So welcome ulit sa ating lahat dito sa financial literacy class natin. Let's pray first. So for those of us who are Catholics, just make the sign of the cross. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Today, I ask you to bless me so that I may become a blessing. Lord, I commit myself to enrich others. But because I cannot give what I do not have, I commit myself to become rich. I commit myself to serve you and to serve the poor with my wealth. Today, I open myself to the abundance of your universe. Use me as your channel of love. Give me the ability to create wealth that will bless the world. Increase my financial wisdom and expand my territories. I place my life in your hands. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So yung prayer na to, galing po ito kay Brother Bo Sanchez, who's also a member of IMG since 2007. Congratulations for being here. You're now part of our campaign. IMG, my bold campaign kami to educate 30 million families by the year 2030, and hindi updated ang slide ko. Sorry po, nasa 5 million plus na po kami. And if you're new here sa klase na to, then included na kayo sa campaign natin against poverty. So yun yung kinakampaign natin dito sa IMG. So ang pag-uusapan natin, it's coming from the book, The Secret to Saving and Building Your Future, Become Your Own Financial Educator. And nasa likod ng libro, sabi dyan, financial education is not just for the wealthy, it is for everyone, right? Sino nga ba si International Marketing Group at sino nga ba ako? So for those who don't know me yet, my name is Richelle Jain, and AFP po ako, member ng IMG since 2016. 6 years na with IMG, kaya lang hindi ko kaagad na intindihan kung ano yung campaign talaga ni IMG. So nung nag-join ako, sinarili ko lang, kind of selfish kasi hindi ko din naintindihan masyado. So nung in-invite ako ng coach ko ulit way back 2020, Rich, join ka ng class, right? Kasi pandemic at that time, working from home. So madami akong oras sa kamay ko. And so nung nag-join ako ulit ng class, kasi when you join the first time, hindi mo kaagad maiintindihan. So my coach invited me, I joined the class, nag-attend ako ng first virtual convention, and then I kept on joining, and dun ko na mas naintindihan gaano ka-noble ang mission ni IMG. So I'm a certified associate financial planner and a life insurance underwriter, and at the same time, senior marketing director dito sa IMG. So sino nga ba si IMG? And bakit nga ba kinukulit ka ng friends or family members mo to join a financial class, right? So with us in our campaign, Corina Sanchez, she's the brand ambassador of International Marketing Group. And then Sharon Cuneta, she's the face of one of our partners called Kaiser International. Boy Abunda, another face, isa sa partners natin in IMG, which is called Manila Bankers Life. And of course, Mr. Rex Mendoza, the financial guru ng Philippines. And kagagaling lang namin ng convention over the weekend, last weekend sa Manila. And amazing yung mga learnings. Yung iba lang kasi yung live na convention, and first time kong maka-attend ng live na convention in IMG, and iba yung feeling, right? So si International Marketing Group, it's an independent company, right? Ang product ng International Marketing Group is financial education, right? Tinuturuan tayo about financial concepts, gaano ka-importante mag-save, mag-invest, mag-create ng emergency funds. And, you know, iba pag kasama mo ang mga tao, ibang tao who will inspire you and who will be with you in your financial journey. It's like at the start of the year, no, common na resolution ng karamihan sa atin is number 1, magsisave and invest. Number 2, magiging healthy, lose weight, eat healthy, exercise, right? Pero sa losing weight, for example, di ba? Karamihan sa atin mag-i-enroll ng gym, right? We enroll, very excited, enroll in the gym. And so, pupunta ka ng gym, siguro masusustain mo, let's say 1 month, right? 1 month masusustain mo. Kasi ikaw lang mag-isa, right? It's different kung may kasama ka. You feel more excited kung may kasama ka. And it's the same thing in your financial journey. It's kasi kung tutuusin, if you Google financial education, mag-research ka, madami kang makikita sa Google, sa YouTube, madami kang materials na makikita. But then, it's different kung ginagawa mo mag-isa, and it's different if somebody is mentoring you, right? Kasi mga athletes nga, they need coaches, they need mentors. All the more us in our financial journey. So, ang main product natin in IMG is really financial education. And of course, introducing the financial concepts, knowledge. Equally important is paano natin i-execute yung mga natutunan natin na financial concepts, right? And so that's what IMG is all about, and we have been doing this for the last 20 years, financial educating people, right? And sabi ni Brother Bo Sanchez, etong libro na to, may forward si Brother Bo, friend, this book is your ticket to upgrading your financial life. Read it, devour it, share it with people who need a financial revolution in their life. And we all know gaano ka-importante ang pera, but really, what is more important is financial education. Kasi you keep earning. If wala kang financial education, yung money mo, you earn it, palabas lahat. Because you don't know the how. You don't know the how and what's the proper way of saving, right? And that's where IMG comes in, and the lessons that we get from IMG. Reality check, right? Siguro sa atin dito sa class, some of us are working, some of us are home-based, some of us are homemakers, right? And it doesn't matter whether ano ang estado mo sa buhay ngayon, we all need financial literacy. And in reality, when it comes to saving, securing our future, a lot of people fail. Many good people, they fail. Smart people, intelligent people, hardworking, whether they're young, whether they're old, whether they're very successful sa current career nila, manager, senior manager, director, right? Very respected sa community. You're a very good doctor, you're a very good lawyer, you're a very good engineer, teacher. The reality is, a lot may end up retiring without enough money, without enough savings. In short, you will retire poor. Imagine you have been working for the last 15, 20, 25, 30 years only to end up na pag nag-retire ka na, wala kang pera. Why? Because hindi mo alam paano mag-save the right way. And walang wala pa akong tao na nakikilala na gustong mag-fail in life, right? Failure is a part of life, very true. But then when we fail, may mga lessons na dapat matutunan, right? And in this case, if we failed in the past, na-scam tayo kasi gusto nating dumami kaagad yung pera natin, kasi nagka-campaign kami about financial education, no? But ang dami-dami ding tao na nagka-campaign na mag-join. Join ka sa scam. Well, hindi naman nila sinasabi na scam, di ba? But join ka kasi ititriple natin ang pera mo in the next 3 months, right? Easy money. Nagpo-post ng pera sa Facebook, right? But money, hindi yan, it does not grow on trees. Money takes time. Wealth building takes time. And so people don't want to fail. It's just that we fail because we didn't know na we had to plan. Kailangan pala natin planuhin yung future natin. In fact, the best time to save was when we first got our first ever income. Tanungin nyo nga mga sarili ninyo, ilang 13th month pay, how long have you been working? Ilang 13th month pay na ang dumaan sa mga kamay ninyo? Where is your money now? Do you have savings? May emergency funds? Ano yung ipapakita ninyo sa pinagtrabahuan ninyo, right? And so, financial education lang yung kulang. We lack financial education and it's time for us to control our future because it's a challenging future ahead. Kung ngayon pa lang nga nahihirapan na tayo, ang dami-dami kong naririnig na reklamo na ang mahal na ng mga bilihin, gas prices increase, yung mantika nag-increase, yung asukal nag-increase ng price. All the more, can you imagine if nahihirapan tayo ngayon, the more na maghihirap tayo when we're already old. Kasi wala na tayong income, wala tayong source of income, magre-retire ka. Unless pag mag-retire ka, wala kang choice kundi mag-continue ng trabaho. So maghahanap ka pa ng sideline, right? Uncertain labor market, lahat siguro tayo alam to. At the start of the pandemic, ang dami-daming companies na nag-close, folded, nawala ng trabaho ang mga tao. Tapos, walang nag-expect na mangyari yung pandemic. In fact, walang nag-expect na ganun yung effect ng Typhoon Odette dito sa Cebu and sa ibang parts ng Philippines. Walang nag-expect ng kahit ano. And so people were unprepared. People were not ready, right? High cost of education. May inflation din ang tuition, right? So, kids, for those of you who have kids, hindi naman sila kaagad mag-aaral pa after yung pinanganak, right? You have a lot of time to prepare para sa tuition ng mga anak ninyo. No savings, madaming utang kasi ang mindset is, I work in the BPO industry. I have been in the BPO industry for the last 20 years. Wag nyo lang i-calculate yung edad ko. So, in the BPO industry kasi, I see this, it's very prevalent kasi ang industry pays higher compared sa ibang industry. So, paramihan din sa workers in the BPO industry are generally a younger generation. And, walang disiplina, hindi alam, walang alam, no financial education. So, pag may gustong bilhin, bili ka agad kahit hindi afford or even if hindi kailangan. So, pupunta ng mall, bibili ng bagong iPhone, the question is, magkano ang monthly, right? Hindi nga magkano ang phone, it's magkano ang monthly. 3,000. Oh, okay, 3,000, maa-afford ko yan kasi wala naman, may sweldo naman ako every 15th and 30th. The mindset is wrong, right? Kung kayang magbayad ng cellphone na hulog-hulog for 2-3 years, I'm pretty sure kung ma-change yung mindset natin, kaya mo ding mag-save ng 2,000, 3,000 every month for the next 7 years, right? And so, increasing cost of living. Sinabi ko nga kanina, inflation is real. Nafe-feel lahat ng tao. And nung tumaas ang presyo ng gas, hindi naman tumaas yung sweldo ng tao, right? And so, if sa sweldo mo ngayon, magrereklamo ka kasi walang extra, pagtaas ng mga bilihin, all the more, wala ka na talagang pera, right? It's very difficult to budget kung ano yung kulang. And so the answer is, increase your cash flow, right? At ang dami-dami ng ways ngayon kung paano mag-earn ng pera. It's a matter of you deciding whether you want to earn extra or you'll spend your time watching Netflix or doing TikTok, right? It's a matter of discipline and perspective, right? And so it's time that we control our future. You need to control your future kasi ang future mo wala sa kamay ng employer mo, wala din sa kamay ng bangko, wala sa kamay ng pinagkuhanan mo ng sasakyan. It is in your hands because you're the one striving to go to work every day, to open your business every day. It's just right na ikaw yung magkukontrol ng pera mo. Every time you receive your salary, ikaw yung magsasabi, yung pera na to papunta dito, papunta dito. Budgeting, right? Hindi yung pagkaraan ng 1 day or 2 days, magwa-wonder ka kung saan napunta yung pera mo, right? You need to take action, and the first action na you did right is to join this class, financial planning, and then add extra income, right? So become your own financial educator. Karamihan sa atin ngayon nag-earn ng active income. Punta tayo sa office, may sweldo tayo every 15th and 30th. Kung magkasakit ka, wala ka ng sick leave, minus sa sweldo mo, right? We want the active income to become passive para pagtanda natin and ayaw na nating magtrabaho or kung gusto mong mag-retire ng early, well, wala kang po problemahin because you have passive income. Kasi yung active income mo, you converted that into passive income, right? Paano or how matututunan natin yan in the next slides, right? This is the start of the financial education. We will learn about 3 concepts, right? And when I learned about these concepts, when I listened to my coach about 6 years ago, I'm happy. I'm happy. And until now, yun lang ang ina-apply namin sa buhay naming mag-asawa. And it's working, right? The first concept is the X-curve concept, right? This is not na ex mo na iniwan ka. Forget about the ex na iniwan ka. If iniwan ka ng ex mo, prove to him or her that you can stand on your own. So this is your new best friend, the X-curve concept. Now, dito sa concept na to, you will see 3 sets of lines: money line, green line, responsibility, and the timeline, right? Ang timeline natin, this means buhay natin. Wala tayong control sa timeline ng buhay natin. Only God knows. We don't know what will happen to us later, tomorrow, the following day, next week, so on and so forth, right? So all we can do is prepare, right? Responsibility. Depende sa estado mo sa buhay ngayon, it may be that madami kang responsibilities. Sandwich generation, most of us belong to the sandwich generation. You have your own family, but at the same time, you're still taking care of your parents who are also growing old, right? So pwede din, tinutulungan mo ang pamilya mo, nagpapaaral ka ng kapatid, ikaw yung nagbabayad ng kuryente, internet, ikaw yung nag-groceries for your family, right? Or kumuha ka ng sarili mong bahay, sasakyan. So ang dami-dami mong responsibilities, right? The question is, do you have enough money to sustain your responsibilities, right? So ang second line natin, which is the money line, if mababa pa yung money line ngayon, your goal is pataasin ang money line. That should be everyone's goal because wag na tayong maging plastic. Money is very important because if wala kang pera, kawawa ka. If wala kang pera, wala kang options. If you have a lot of money, wala kang po problemahin. You have many options, right? So the money line should be going up in an upward direction, not going downward. Your responsibility line, on the other hand, should be going in a downward trend. Kasi ang responsibilities mo, if mataas yan ngayon, there will come a time na bababa yan siya. Matatapos ang mga kapatid mo sa pag-aaral nila, There will come a time that you will finish paying off your house, your car, your motorcycle, right? So ang responsibility natin, ang goal natin dyan is for it to go down, hindi pataas ng pataas, right? And also, if iisipin mo, the more money you have, if your money line keeps on increasing, automatically your responsibility line will go down, right? And so, there are two important questions sa concept na to. The first question is, what if I die soon? Especially if ako yung breadwinner. What if kunin ako ni Lord, right? And kung kukunin ako ni Lord, wala akong problema because wala na ako sa mundo. Ang mamumroblema niyan is the family who gets left behind. And if we're good people, if we're responsible, ayaw naman siguro natin na ang iiwan natin sa pamilya natin, utang, sakit sa ulo, right? Nawala ka na nga, emotionally, drained ang pamilya mo, bibigyan mo pa talaga ng problema kasi wala kang insurance, wala kang savings. So yung pamilya mo, devastated, and at the same time, mamumroblema pa, saan namin kukunin ang pambayad sa hospital, pambayad sa lungon, ano yung lungon sa Tagalog, right? So, you have to be prepared for these things. And so for the question, what if I die soon? The only answer there is, be ready for it and get life insurance. Kasi, ang kabaong, sabi ng, thank you, Ses, the only purpose of getting a life insurance is income replacement, income protection. In kaso may mangyari sa akin and I am the breadwinner, there is an insurance firm na sasalo sa responsibilities ko when I'm gone. That's the only reason for getting life insurance. So, sa concept na din na to, na-establish natin na responsibility will go down eventually. So, hindi mo kailangan ng insurance your entire life, right? Get an insurance for the time being na hindi pa makatayo sa sarili ang mga anak mo, hindi pa tapos makapag-aral ang mga kapatid mo, right? Kasi nagsalig pa or they're still depending on you when it comes to money. And the second question in here that we want to ask ourselves is, what if it's the opposite? What if you're blessed with a long life? What if you live long? Right? What if you're already retired and 70, 80, you're still alive? Medical technology nowadays very advanced, nadudugtungan ang buhay ng tao only if you have money, right? So for the question, what if I live too long? Then you better have a passive income. So in this question, the best thing to do is start investing. When will you start to invest? Mamaya na ba pag 50 ka na, 55, or malapit ka nang mag-60? Maya na siguro pag 59 na ako, tsaka na ako mag-invest. Isipin ninyo, yung mga punong kahoy na nagbibigay ng shade sa atin ngayon, they were not planted yesterday. Very wise people planted those trees 20, 30, 40, 100 years ago, and tayo yung nagbe-benefit sa shade ngayon. It's the same as money. It takes years, it takes time to grow. And so the best time for you to start saving, investing was yesterday. And if hindi ka nakapag-start yesterday, then the best thing is now, today, right? So, lesser worries na tayo pag ang money line natin going up. More savings means lesser worries, right? And so, we go to our next concept, if mag-cooperate ang aking system, right? And so the next concept we have is the rule of 72, or the power of compounding interest, right? And as per Albert Einstein, this is the eighth wonder of the world. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? So, nag-save ka ng pera, ano ba yung goal mo? Why do you save money, right? So karamihan sa friends ko, they save money kasi gusto nilang tumubo ang pera nila, right? Pero nilalagay nila sa bank. Interestingly, estudyante ng mama ko kagabi, I had a chance to meet her. Tapos very, very short lang kami nag-session about financial education. And then sabi niya sa sarili niya, gusto niyang mag-start ng invest Kasi ang realization niya, when she looked at her online account sa bangko, ang interest rate ng money niya after 1 year was just around 34 pesos. 34 pesos. Kasi ang interest rate ng bangko ngayon, and this most likely ang mga bangko sa Philippines, they have more or less the same interest rate. 0.0125 per year. Right? 0.0125 per year. May isang friend din ako na nag-loan sa Globe West. Magkano ang interest rate sa Globe West? 9% every month. Right? Kaya niya lang daw kasi that will just be around 7,000, 8,000 every month. May sweldo naman daw siya every 15th and 30th. 9% every month, 9 times 12 is equal to 108. 108% after 1 year ang babayaran mo. Ikaw na yung bumubuhay sa Globe West, right? That's not good. The rule of 72 says that if you want to find out kung kailan magdodoble ang pera mo, saang vehicle mo man yan siya i-save, this is the formula that you need to use. 72 divided by the interest rate or percent interest rate is the number of years it will take for your money to grow, right? So, example, right? We have an example here. 72, let's just pretend, no? Mag-pretend lang tayo na ang interest rate sa mga bangko ngayon is 1%. Ang taas-taas na nga ng 1%. 72 divided by 1 is equal to 72 years. If may 10,000 ka sa bangko, 1% interest rate, magiging 2,000 yan siya. 1,000, magiging 2,000 after 72 years, right? I don't have 72 years and ayokong maghintay ng ganyan katagal para tumubo ang pera ko. Now, in banks, if your interest rate is 0.2, 72 divided by 0.2, that's 360 years, right? So, gising-gising. Because this is, when I learned about this, I was very sad and very happy at the same time. Sad kasi I always thought na yung pera ko sa bangko secured. Ang pera ko sa bangko tutubo, but it's not the case, right? Happy because I finally learned where to put my money. So an example right here. If may vehicle ka na magbibigay sa'yo ng 4%, 72 divided by 4 is equal to 18 years. At least hindi na 72. If ang parents mo financially educated, napasa ng parents mo ang financial education sa'yo, so at 20 years old, kasi nakinig ka sa parents mo, you started, before 20 ka, you started saving, right? So you decided at 20 years old na may 100,000 ka na gusto mong i-invest. So you invested your 100,000 at 4%, so tutubo siya ng 200,000 at 38, magiging 400,000 by the time you're 56 years old, right? What if mas nakakita ka ng 8% na vehicle? 72 over 8 is 9. So from 400,000, magiging 1.6 million by the time you're 56 years old. 12% is what is approved ng Philippines as an interest rate sa investments. But some can give more than 12%. 12% will get you to double your money after 6 years, every 6 years. So from 1.6 million, magiging 6.4 million ang pera mo if ilalagay mo siya sa 12% by the time you're 56 years old. So see, that's the power of compounding interest. Yung pera mo, nag-i-earn ng interest, the interest earns interest, and so on and so forth. Right? And so if you look at it, the difference between 4% and 8%, that's 4 times. But the difference between 4 and 12%, that's 16 times. Compounding interest. This is the secret of why the rich people become even more rich. Right? And so, but take note, ang compounding interest na to, this is a double-edged sword. If we're talking about saving and investing, maganda ito kasi compounding interest ang ma-earn natin. But if ang pinag-uusapan natin is loan or utang, then this might work against us because ang interest na binabayaran mo nagko-compound din, especially if hindi ka makabayad on time, right? It's compounding interest, right? So The next time you decide na kailangan mo ng bagong cellphone, kailangan mo ng bagong laptop, think again. If you can wait, save up and buy in cash rather than maglo-loan ka. Right? So, saving, investing, habit ito. If magiging habit mo siya, pwede maging addict ka to saving and investing. It's a good thing kung magiging addict tayo in saving and investing, right? And so, we want, in IMG community, we talk about financial education, we talk about building a solid financial foundation, and that is the third concept natin. Paano ba magiging solid ang financial house natin? And we don't want our financial house na matumpag dayon, yung guguho kaagad, right? Konting bagyo, konting earthquake, wala na. Sira na yung bahay natin, right? And so, ayaw ko yun. I don't want that to happen in my physical house. All the more, hindi ko gustong mangyari yun sa financial house ko, right? So we talk about the solid financial foundation. This is the last concept na pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Solid financial foundation starts with proper healthcare, right? Actually, meron pa yan. Before healthcare, meron pa yang isang step dyan, which is called increase your cash flow, right? If you're earning money now, very good, may salary ka. What's bad if you increase your cash flow? Dami-dami ng ways ngayon to increase cash flow. Magbenta ka, right? Mag-sideline ka ng business, right? Mag-home base ka. Work ka for 2 to 3 hours rather than mag-TikTok ka, right? There are many ways to earn money. Tsaka, ang problema hindi problema ng mga Pinoy. Kasi ang Pinoy masisipag. We're very good in earning money. Ang problema natin, we don't know how to keep the money. We don't know how to grow the money, right? And so, it starts with increasing your cash flow and then get proper healthcare. Protection here is nothing but life insurance, especially if you're a breadwinner. If you're not a breadwinner and walang mga taong dependent sa salary mo, walay nagsalig sa sweldo mo, you don't need life insurance, right? But if you're planning to get married, to have a child in the future, then yes, get life insurance. But if wala kang responsibilities, wala kang obligation in life, you do not need life insurance. Eliminate utang. Build your emergency funds, right? Tapos, pinaka-last na pala ang investment. Ang mga Pinoy kasi, well, my friends, this is reality. Some of my friends, na naiinganyo kaagad sila sa investment. Akala nila maganda na mag-invest kaagad. Well, maganda naman talaga siya, but there's a better way of doing it. When you are already properly protected, that's the time na pwede ka nang mag-invest, right? So, that's the solid financial foundation. Nasa hindi na secret ang secret, it's already yan actually ang nasa front page ng book, and sa lahat ng concepts, sa 3 concepts na pinag-usapan natin, even if you just retain the solid financial foundation na concept, yan lang ang i-apply mo sa buhay mo, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be okay now and in the future. Your family in the future, you're going to be okay, you're going to be in the right track, right? And so now we come to the application part. Kasi financial concept, very good. Financial concepts, ang dami-dami nating natutunan today. But as per Mr. Rex Mendoza, it's not going to do any good if hindi mo i-apply, right? Kasi it's just going to become an entertainment without the application, right? So let's go to the how. Paano? How do you apply the concepts? Did you know na if magiging saver ka ng BDO, let's say you open a bank account in BDO, you have a lot of money, so gusto mo mag-open ng time deposit. You open a time deposit in BDO, it will only earn 1% every year. However, if yung pera mo, you will invest and buy shares ng BDO, you will earn 58% in 2 years. right? Ito, sabi nila, your investment in in stock market shares of BDO, that's 58% in 2 years. So, kagaya nito, February 2022, 135 pesos per share ang BDO. But then, March 2020, it started with 85 pesos per share. This year, this year, naging 135 pesos per share. So, you see the difference in here? Huwag ka lang maging saver. Huwag ka lang maging customer ng bangko. You become an investor, right? So that's how we do it in IMG. Actually, a lot of the IMG members na naiintindihan talaga. By the way, ang IMG is a platform. Platform natin si IMG. It teaches us how to build our money wisely. But nasa sa inyo yan kung pakikinggan ninyo and you will apply your learnings here in IMG, right? ASEN, which is the energy company, energy arm ng Ayala. Feb 2020, 2 pesos per share. Feb 2022, 9 pesos per share. By the end of this year, they're targeting na maging 14 pesos per share. So you see, ang taas ng jump sa investment compared sa just saving the money in the bank. And then Converge, alam naman siguro nating lahat na at the height of the pandemic, ang mga tech giants, tech companies talaga, ang grabe yung pag-grow nila. And so, don't let your money sit in the bank. Don't just become a consumer or a customer. Become a part owner of those companies. And how are you going to do it? By becoming an investor, buy shares. This is how we do it. Investing allows you to earn what the wealthy people are earning. Kasi etong mga companies na nakikita ninyo, these are listed sa Philippine Stock Exchange. These are companies na may napatunayan na, have been existing for a long time, 20, 30, 40 years in the business, right? So kung ako, ang tatanungin mo, rather than magtatayo ako ng sarili kong business, ako pa yung mahihirapan, ako pa yung maglalabas ng, madaming pera, I'd rather put my money in these established organizations, di ba? Para ako sitting pretty na lang. While I'm sleeping, I have earnings, right? So this is mutual fund investing. But basically what it means is, pera mo, pera ko, pera ng ibang tao, napupool yan. There's a responsible fund manager, licensed fund manager, who will then buy shares on our behalf. And the benefits are very low cost, it's very affordable. When you become an IMG member, automatically, you have your own mutual fund account. Meron ka ng 1,000 pesos doon. Ang trabaho mo na lang talaga is to keep on adding. And you can add for as low as 20 pesos, right? 20 pesos mo, isang ano lang yan, parang you don't care where your 20 pesos go. Pag nawala ang 20 pesos mo, hindi masakit sa loob, right? 20 pesos, keep buying shares every day. Mag-top up ka if you can afford it, right? Flexible, professionally managed, diversified na talaga ang account mo, and most importantly, tax benefit. Kasi ang pera mo sa investment, this is not taxed, right? Now, do you know about emergency funds, right? Question, nung nag-hit ang Typhoon Odette or nung nag-start yung pandemic, right? Did you have friends or did you experience na nawalan ka ng trabaho or temporarily nawalan ng trabaho kasi ang strict ng restrictions that time, di ba? Parang hindi ka pwedeng mag-cross sa border ng ibang city, right? So, hindi ka makakross sa border, hindi ka makapunta sa office mo, so wala kang sweldo. Kasi hindi naman na-enable ka agad ang work from home setup at that time, right? Build an emergency fund. This is the money na magandang taguin sa bangko. Kasi right now, ang bangko, the benefit of it is accessibility. Para kailangan mo ng may sasakyan ka na nabutas yung gulong, so kailangan mo palitan yung gulong, saan mo kukunin yung pera mo? Sa emergency funds mo, right? Pero yung emergency real emergency, hindi yung 3-day sale sa SM, tapos last day of the sale, wala ka pang nabibili, so nagpanik ka. So kailangan mo ng pera, so kinuha mo sa emergency funds mo. That's not emergency. We're talking about real emergency. Nilipad ng Odette ang bubong mo or ang atip mo, right? So that's an emergency. So where do you get the money? From your emergency funds. If you're single, build an emergency fund, which is 3 months worth of your monthly salary or 3 months worth of your monthly expenditure, right? If you're double, if you're married, you have a partner, build an emergency fund worth 6 months or more, right? Now, matutunan mo yan lahat eh. Pag nag-join ka, kasi yung klase natin ngayon, it's just an orientation, basics lang ba? May possibility nga na pagkatapos ng class na to, ngayon, no, naiintindihan mo, sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, yeah, very good, totoo yan. But after the class, even this is reality, no, based on research, 20% lang ang nare-retain mo. So sa 20% na yan, please, what you need to retain is the solid financial foundation and the application talaga, right? Do you know about eliminating debt, right? Possible ba na maging zero debt ka? Yes, very possible. It's a matter of discipline. It's a matter of mindset. Ang ganda-ganda ng feeling na walang utang, you know? Kasi, you know, pag nag-utang ka, pag may binabayaran ka na utang, for example, 2,000, 3,000 goes to your loan. Can you imagine if wala kang utang, the 2,000, 3,000 then goes to your savings, goes to your investment? Can you imagine the money that it will give you by the time you retire or after 10, 15, 20, 30 years, right? So there's a separate class for debt management. Just ask the person who invited you. You join the debt management class, right? Do you know about protection? Guys, protection, wag mong i-consider na investment. Protection here is life insurance. And the only purpose, the only reason bakit kailangan mo ng life insurance is if you are the breadwinner or kung naay nagsalig sa imuhang sweldo. May mga taong dependent sa sweldo mo. If there's none, you don't need life insurance, 1 point. Second point, you don't need to pay for life insurance your entire life. Kasi if may responsibilities ka now, your responsibilities will go lower in the future. And then, hindi mo na kailangan pagtustusan ang tuition ng pinapaaral mo. Matatapos kang magbayad sa motorcycle, car, house mo, right? So, you don't need life insurance your entire life, right? Now, do you know about, and so who will take care of your family? This is the only question that you need to ask yourself. Who will take care of your family in case you die too soon? Then, if wala, get life insurance, right? And so we go back to the financial foundation, right? Healthcare ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon because it only takes one sickness to wipe out all your savings and investments. And this is a fact. This is based on studies. Kahit gaano ka kayaman, let's just say you have millions in your investments, right? The minute you become sick, or a family member mo magkasakit, yung investment mo, mazi-zero out yan, and that's reality. Kasi ang healthcare cost, very mahal, especially if you pay out of your own pocket, right? So, 3 types of healthcare. We have the short-term care. Short-term care, ito yung karamihan na kung nagtatrabaho pa kayo, most likely, this is provided by your company. So, hindi mo na-feel ang magbayad ng premium kasi that's something na binabayaran ng company mo, right? So, it's short-term because it's renewed every year, annual, right? So, for those of you who are paying for your short-term care on your own, if nagkasakit ka, you can take advantage of your healthcare. If hindi ka nagkasakit because you're still young, you're healthy, hindi ka nagkasakit, yung pera mo, thank you na. Papunta na yun sa healthcare company, right? Senior care. This is a healthcare designed for our senior citizens. One, it is more expensive kasi, you know, senior citizens, mas prone na sila to sickness. It is renewable every year, right? So, considered a short-term din siya. Senior care, this is also on a refund basis at saka co-pay na siya. Right? Ganon na talaga yung design ng mga senior care. So we talk naka-encircle or naka-highlight si long-term care because this is what we will discuss na healthcare. And so, recap muna, solid financial foundation. The important thing is for you to get your personal healthcare, right? Na-explain ko naman siguro ang importance of getting your personal healthcare kasi hindi ka magtatrabaho forever. There will come a time na magre-retire ka, or if kapuya na ka mag-work, you decide to resign from your job. At that point in time, wala ka ng healthcare coverage. So it's very important for you to get your personal healthcare. Number 2, protection. If you're a breadwinner, you have responsibilities, please get life insurance. However, you do not need, hindi mo kailangan magbayad ng life insurance your entire life. Go back to the person who invited you para mas matutunan mo kung anong dapat mong gawin. Number 3, if may number 1 and number 2 ka na, pwede ka nang mag-number 3. Right? Pwede mo nang startan ng investment mo kasi ang pag-manage ng utang at building the emergency fund, you know, hinay-hinay mong gagawin yan, right? So, ang partner natin dito sa IMG, which will provide number 1, number 2, and number 3, because it is a healthcare, meron din siyang term life insurance, at saka meron din siyang investment kasi while your money is being saved with them, nasa mutual fund din siya, kaya may investment din ikaw. And so our partner for this is called Kaiser International. It is an all-in-one savings program, especially for IMG members, right? How does Kaiser work? Hindi ko na i-explain in depth. Ito lang yung kailangan yung matutunan. If may trabaho ka ngayon, and your company is taking care of your short-term healthcare, very good. You still need your Kaiser because kailangan mo lang magbayad or mag-pay for 7 years. After 7 years, you stop saving, you stop paying kasi hindi na din yan tatanggapin ni Kaiser after 7 years. Ito yung mindset na hindi ko kinakalimutan until now. You're the one responsible for your life. Every day you get up, you get up early, you commute going to work, and then sino ang nagbabayad sa sarili mo, right? Yes, binabayaran ka ng company mo, may sweldo ka, but ano yung bayad mo sa sarili mo for doing a great job na nagiging responsible ka because you're working, right? You need to pay yourself first. Kailangan bayaran mo yung sarili mo, right? Kasi walang magsisave sa'yo. Not other people will save you. You need to help yourself. So pay yourself first. Every time may makatanggap ka ng sweldo, a portion of your sweldo should be allocated to take care of your future. And that portion of your sweldo, you should use that to get your Kaiser savings program, right? 7 years kang mag-save or magbabayad ng Kaiser. This is registered as an HMO. So you have HMO benefits. But for those of us who are working and may HMO sa company, do not touch your Kaiser. Because what's good is, if hindi mo nagamit for the first 7 years, Kaiser will give you back a bonus of about 80% of your premium ibibigay nila when your policy matures. One good thing about Kaiser, if I'm the policy holder, may nangyari sa akin, hindi ko pa nabayaran ang 7 years. My dependent will get the life insurance benefit, my policy will be considered paid in full, and then matatransfer siya sa beneficiary ko, right? So, wala nang poproblemahin ang beneficiary ko. All she has to do is to wait until the policy matures, right? So, you know, if I think your friend, your family member, hindi ka dadalhin yan to somewhere, to something na makakasama sa iyo. And the reason why your friend, your family keeps on inviting you to join a financial class is probably because he or she cares about you. And so this is one way of paying back. Kasi if you ask me, dito sa IMG, we're financial educators. Whatever na pinag-usapan natin tonight, meron na kami nito. We have our own healthcare, personal healthcare. We are doing debt management, nagsisave kami ng emergency funds. We have our own investments. We're doing entrepreneurship, and so we're building the passive income, right? Wala kaming problema. That's why we're sharing it with you, and it's up to you to take action, right? And so go back to the person who invited you. If you want to learn more. 7 years, after 7 years, you're fully paid with Kaiser. Kaiser will issue you a certificate of full payment, right? And then, we're towards the end na, malapit na tayong matapos. Whatever it is na excuses mo, kasi come to think of it, for me, for us, you need to secure your future. And if you keep on telling us na walang sweldo, walang natitira sa sweldo, it's an excuse. Kasi we all know you have the capacity to earn extra income. You have the capacity to earn more. It's a matter of you deciding kung paano mo gagamitin ang extra time mo. Time is precious, right? The most important ally when it comes to saving, investing, sabi ni Sir Joen, is time. So make use of your time, right? So you will always have an excuse not to save, not to invest. But no matter what your excuse is, the next time you celebrate your birthday, madadagdagan ng 1 year ang edad mo. Hindi ka naman, wala naman sigurong Benjamin Button dito sa atin, sa class na to, na every time we celebrate our birthday, bumabata tayo, no? Right? So we become older year on year, right? And no matter what excuse you're telling yourself, right? Your child will grow, your child will go to college, right? And so you will need money. And no matter what your excuses, eventually you will retire. If hindi mo pa nai-imagine ang sarili mo na magiging 60 years old, may problema tayo dyan. Kasi time is very fast these days. Nag-zoom lang ang time, right? Kagaya ng Zoom na ginagamit natin, it's like time. It zooms by, passes by very quickly. Hindi mo mamamalayan, you're 40, you're 45, you're 50, and then you're going to retire. And then ano yung madadatnan mo sa retirement mo? Wala. Kasi you didn't take action, right? Odette is not the last typhoon na makikita natin sa lifetime natin. What did you learn about the Odette na incident? I learned in the Odette incident na ang emergency funds ko, dapat a portion of my emergency funds is in cash na nandito lang sa bahay. Kasi during Odette, kahit madami kang savings sa bangko, hindi mo mawi-withdraw kasi ang haba ng pila, right? And so hindi ka makaabili kaagad kasi hindi din tumatanggap ng credit card or debit card ang mga establishments during Odette. Right? So be with a group of people who inspires you. Kasi, you know, if ang environment mo or if ang mga barkada mo are people who do chismis, most likely chismosa or chismoso ka din. But if your group of people are people who will encourage you to save and invest, most likely you will get encouraged to save and invest. If your group of people are health buff, most likely they will encourage you to exercise with them, to do diet, to eat healthy. So your group, your circle, you need to choose wisely. It's very important to be with a group of people who will inspire you, right? And so we're inviting you to become part of IMG because you're going to be with a group of people who will inspire you. How much will it take? How much will it cost you to become a member of IMG? If you're from the Philippines, it will only take 6,000 pesos to become a member one time. And all the benefits yours. Lifetime access to free classes, 1,000 mutual fund, free financial checkup, 100,000 personal accident insurance, right? 50,000 memorial benefits, unlimited health consultation in any Kaiser medical center, right? All yours just because you're a member of IMG, right? But of course, we encourage you to become an associate member. Associate membership will cost you 12,382. Why 12,382? Kasi 6,000 sa membership, tapos yung rest ng amount is to start your own Kaiser savings program, right? So may different policies tayo sa Kaiser. Go back to the person who invited you para ma-discuss kung saan na policy ang swak sa'yo, right? And so increase your cash flow. This is one of the benefits na hindi natitake advantage ng mga IMG members or associates. IMG is also a platform if you want to increase cash flow, right? So how if may na-learn ka tonight, don't keep it to yourself. Kasi may problema tayo pag ikaw lang yung umasenso sa buhay. Kasi if hindi mo to ituturo sa pamilya mo, the minute mahihirapan ang pamilya mo or they will encounter financial crisis, ikaw lang din yung mahihirapan because papunta sa'yo yan eh. Yung pamilya mo, mangungutang sa'yo. So rather than encouraging them or rather than pautangin mo sila, teach them how to save, how to invest, how to handle their money. Teach them about financial education, right? And so you invite them, right? You invite them, and so you join IMG, you start your own Kaiser, you become an associate. As an associate, you have an income potential of 20%. Income potential because nasa sayo. It depends on you whether you want to take it or not, right? So associate 20%, you help 5 friends to 8 friends, you become a marketing director. Remember, IMG is an institution, it's a company, and it's a great company. When I joined, I think 10 or 15 benefits lang. Right now, ang benefits namin in IMG is about 60 already, right? So you promote yourself. The minute you're able to help 8 friends, you promote yourself. Hindi mo na kailangang maghintay sa manager mo na, si Richelle may potential. Sige, ipopromote ko to in the next 2 years. Here in IMG, you promote yourself, right? So the minute you are able to help 25 to 30 families, friends, you get promoted, you promote yourself to become a senior marketing director, and this is the highest contract at 47%. So the more you help people, the more income you have. And kasi ang income, it will follow. In IMG, the people who are doing IMG or who are helping people, they have a huge heart. Kasi hindi easy. It's not easy to keep getting rejected because our families and friends hindi nila naiintindihan ang importance of attending a financial literacy class. So it takes a big heart to keep on inviting them and not giving up on them, right? So if you want to earn extra, take advantage of your membership if you're not doing the business side yet, right? So congratulations. Please give your email address, your contact information to the person who invited you para ma-register kayo sa campaign namin, right? Campaign natin, right? And we need more people to help us in our campaign kasi gusto nating masugpo ang poverty dito sa Philippines, right? So congratulations, everyone. Welcome in advance to IMG. And you know, it's time for you to take action, right? So again, my name is Richelle Jain. And thank you for being in this class, and good night and have a great day, afternoon, evening.
Marhaba, PIMG, Musaida, Talabin, Mustaqbal, Malin, Aman.
IMG Living Aday Poting Soyal Gakating Tuhoy Tiokodatao.
IMG de Hayali Renese, Kerchikles Perioros.
IMG, creemos que no hay límite para lo que podemos lograr.
Orino, Jujahagi, Bujapuman Andra, Modurul Wihan Pushiragumi Dunda.
In IMG, Diminit, Bring Lodi, Aerum.
BIMG, anak no maminin, si En Givul, lima si anak no yukolen lehaseg.
Women Renwe, Cherum Tayo, Ujin Tentre, Fuben, Hai Tentre, Tuyu Ben.
Crediamo che l'educazione finanziaria non sia solo per i ricchi, ma è per tutti.
Kami percaya bahwa pendidikan keuangan tidak hanya untuk orang kaya, tetapi untuk semua orang.
IMG huwa zero in kaden wabina mustakbalika.